I'm in Dauphin County, Halifax, Pennsylvania. I'm on Sycamore Alley. President Harding asked that these sycamores be planted in honor of the veterans from World War I. I'm on the way to Fort Halifax Park. So here I am at Fort Halifax Park. Welcome to Fort Halifax Park. Hike, explore, kayak, fish, picnic, sun, exercise your pets, bicycle, fly a kite, or just sit back and relax in this historic French and Indian War site along the beautiful Susquehanna River. Well, then that's what I'm going to do. Well, some of it. Not all of it. But I am going to explore. We'll see what's around here. The map of Fort Halifax Park. So I'm going to make my way along the Susquehanna River trails, look for a couple camp spots. I'm going to see if I can't find the Riverside Witness Tree, and then I'll cross Sycamore Alley and come over and get onto the Armstrong Creek and get on some of those trails and see if I can't find the Creekside Witness Tree. So along the way, I was fortunate enough to meet two people very knowledgeable. They are friends of the Fort Halifax Park, volunteers. They do a lot here, and they have a lot of knowledge. And Frank has been gracious enough to tell us more about this park and this fort. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, John.
So you are a Friends of the Fort down here.
Right, I'm a member of the group called Friends of Fort Halifax, and our mission is to assist Halifax Township with the maintenance and upkeep and programming here at their park. I'm here with my wife and a good friend. Today we've been policing trails, cutting down deadfalls, running a harrow to smooth out the trails until we got caught in the mud and had to stop.
Okay, that's great.
Picking up trash, which required to do periodically to take to the township. This park was purchased 12 years ago by the township, but the reason it's been preserved is it was the site of a historic French and Indian War fort back in 1756, when the Indian uprising commenced in earnest after Braddock's defeat out in Pittsburgh in 1755. The colonial government decided it's finally time to build some forts to protect the settlers, and this was one of them. This Fort Halifax, which we just discovered this summer, this actual site of it, it's right up here, 50 yards off the road into the park, was built as part of that chain of forts from Fort Hunter up to Fort Augusta. This was a stopping point where they brought in supplies, staged a garrison of troops. There was 100 soldiers here at one time, shuttling supplies up to Fort Augusta in Sunbury. The fort was only in existence for several years, and finally it was determined that the garrison was more required down at Fort Hunter because of the settlers' concern over the continuing Indian issues, raiding parties. In fact, some of the history of Fort Halifax talks about a group of soldiers encountering a band of Indians up over Peters Mountain. And I'm sure it's the very same trail that we use today to get back and forth from where we live in Dauphin up here to the park. But they encountered Indians. There was a battle right on Peters Mountain. But we were very excited because we found the actual location of the fort, and I'll tell you, it's exactly where it says it would be on the stone monolith. It's right along 147. That was erected in 1929, and at that time there were still remnants of the fort visible, and they put that monument right there and told us where the fort was, and we finally found it this summer, and we're real excited about that.
Well, thank you very much, Frank. That was great. That was very good. I enjoyed that very much, and my viewer as well too.
Well, I
Thank
hope
you.
so, John. A little impromptu, but did the best I could.
I'm overlooking the Susquehanna River. To my right, up the stream, would be where Fort Augusta, Sunbury was. To my left, then Fort Hunter. So the mighty Susquehanna River back in the 70s, a friend and I did a canoe trip down the Susquehanna River. And on a Friday evening, we stopped on a slanted rock. And when we decided to get going, I got into the canoe, and all of a sudden I find myself in the river. My glasses were gone. Luckily I had the oar in my hand. Here my friend Joey, he came bounding off of that slanted rock and took a flying jump into the canoe. And of course, the canoe turned over with me in it. No glasses for the trip. Couldn't see much. The mighty Susquehanna River. I'm on the North River Loop, making my way to the North River campsite along the mighty Susquehanna. And along the mighty Susquehanna, and I was warned about this, the mosquitoes are mighty too. They don't make them this big up in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. So as I'm videoing, you might hear me saying, ouch, you know what's going on, or get out of here, or wow, or this or that, or doing a dance. And here I am at the campsite. So with the right logistics, one could probably get on, up there by Fort Augusta, Sunbury, and make their way down through here. And with the right registration, camp here for the night. And in the morning, make their way down to Fort Hunter. I'm still on the North Loop Trail, where I have been, well, have you heard of the snake dance? Where you're walking along and all of a sudden you look down and you see a snake at your feet, and your legs go this way and that way and every way, and your arms start flailing and you give a little bit of yell, you know, it's a snake dance. Well, as I've been coming up through the North Loop Trail, the mosquitoes are biting me all over the place. My arms are flailing. I'm slapping my face. I'm slapping my legs. So I have invented a new dance. And it's called the Quiet John Mosquito Dance. And you have heard about it down here in Halifax Park.